Who's your upline?
Archers. Okay. And then I think it goes to Danielle, but that I don't know that for sure.
Yes, it does. Yeah. Okay. Okay, can I get all the leaders in the back, please? And directors, sorry, leaders and directors. Oh my God. We're going to learn some new dance today. Okay? All right, everybody got their group on? All right.
Okay. Step one, make a phone call. Make a phone call. Make a phone call. Go shopping. Go shopping. Chop your veggies. Chop your veggies. Chop your veggies. Or make your grocery store shop. Yeah, there you go. Open your bags. Open your bags.
Get the grip in there, guys.
Dump it in. Dump it in. Dump it in. Dump it in. Mix it up. Mix it up. Mix it up.
Come on, guys, mix it up.
Lift the bag. Lift the bag. Lift the bag. Open the freezer. Open the freezer. Open the freezer.
You guys
Roll the labels. Roll the labels. Put them in. Roll them in. Roll them in. Celebrate. Before we phone call to get our energy for phone call. Right? Oh yeah. I think it's spices. Okay. Okay. Take it up. Take it up. Okay. Take it up. Take it up. Chop the veggies. Chop the veggies. Open the bag. Dump it in. Mix it up. Mix it up. Mix the bag. Mix the bag. Wrap those labels. Oh, wrap the labels. Freezer. Throw it in.
You guys, thank you so much for coming today and just taking the time out of your schedule. And we are just so excited for you guys to be here. And we want to see who drove the furthest, because there are some people that drove a long way. So if you drove over half an hour, will you guys stand up, please? That includes if you had some detours because your phone or you got pulled over by the police. Yeah. At 6:30 in the morning, like a mini mom, you know, really? I didn't get a ticket because they shouldn't have pulled me over to start with. You know, I kind of forgot about it. Where's your should have invited him for training. I'm handing him my shake information. Okay, so everybody that drove over half hour gets a ticket. Yay! So Kelly's giving out some tickets. Where are the rest of the tickets? Awesome.
Wait, everyone that drove over half an hour, you all drove over half an hour?
Not tonight or today, we drove 10 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
We did.
Who drove over an hour? Keep standing. If you drove over an hour, it gets you 2 tickets. Who drove over 2 hours? Okay, who drove over 4 hours? Michelle. Yeah. Tell us how far away you live. Where you live. Yeah. Yeah, with the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
And we have some here from Iowa.
Yeah. Yeah. How long?
2.5.
2.5. Yeah. Yeah. So you guys drove in last night, spent the night?
Mhm.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So we are so excited. We have a huge vision for you guys and for our organization. And we want you guys to take a minute right now and think about your top 3 reasons of why you're here today and what you want to get out of today. Okay? So can you guys think about that, jot it down. The folders in front of you are for you. If you didn't get a pen, let me know. I've got extra. I know Kelly. Good. I forgot to have Michelle grab it. You get to grab those.
You all can pull the creed out of your folder. Looks like this. So as you know, we were actually, our parent company is Southwestern Consulting, or Southwestern, who has a variety of companies, very successful companies that have been around for years and years and years. We have an amazing CEO who is an extremely successful businessman. And one of the things that, as that partnership really flourished over the last year, that they've done at Southwestern, which was really successful, is to have a creed, to have a vision of your business, of why we're here, kind of accountability of what that looks like, some standards, some, yeah. So this was put together by the directors a little over a year ago, and it's always changing. So we always start every meeting with reading our creed so we know where our mindset is.
So we'll start up here as the directors, but then we'll go around the room. And so we'll just go to the first table all the way down, and then the second table all the way down to the back, okay? So at WildTree, our vision is to become the best and most trusted meal solutions company worldwide by embodying the principles set forth by our 160-year-old family of companies. Our mission is to help deliver simple, nutritious meal choices that enable our customers and business builders to live the life they desire. Our purpose is to provide a vehicle for busy individuals and families to prioritize what they value most. As part of that pursuit, we believe in
Promoting the WildTree story and its company's philosophies to the world. Putting other people first because we know that we rise by lifting others. Looking to find the silver lining in every situation so we can keep our can-do attitude.
And love for our product, our team members, and our customers. Providing great opportunities for our farmers, manufacturing team, and home office by being consistent producers.
Knowing change is good and change means we are staying progressive and innovative. Recognizing when our team members do something right in public and private.
Doing our best and always trying our best. Providing information that is of real value, honest, and with people's best interest in mind.
Doing people not who they are,
providing viable business opportunity with unlimited potential to our team members.
meeting people where they are so we can bring out the best in them and ourselves.
Having integrity, doing what we preach, even when no one is watching.
Leading by example,
Setting goals and we're constantly self-talk, and never blaming ourselves and what we
when problems arise, listen to less people and work with focus on solutions. Most of all, I believe in being examples of health, hard work, and positivity in every area of our lives and business. We are committed to building companies that create lasting life.
We are proud to represent WildTree as part of the Southwestern family of companies, and we will work continually towards helping people achieve their goals in life. Yay. So this is something that we always use to, like, during the business. I have the same thing in my office. So I can look at it, and some days if I'm having a hard day, sometimes I look at these and be like, oh, what can I apply to this situation? So this applies to business and to life. So. Awesome. Okay, a couple of just logistical things. We're not going to do a break today because it is a short training. So feel free to get up at any time. The bathrooms are in the back on the right. And then the drinks are there. If you guys want more food, just throughout the morning, whatever you need to do, just do it. Okay? And everyone knows what this is. This is a new concept for me. Yeah, this is called the parking lot. I know it doesn't look like one. But what this is to keep us on kind of schedule today and on track because we have a lot to cover. But whenever we're talking about these other really important subjects come up and questions come up, so anytime that happens, we're going to post this over here, and Kimberly's going to help us write down like, oh my gosh, that's a great idea, or a great question, or we need to come back to that. And we're going to put it in the parking lot. So then we can talk about it either on a training in the future or maybe at lunchtime today if you're staying for lunch. So whatever that is. So if you think of something and it doesn't get said out loud, feel free to write it in our parking lot or, you know, get Kimberly. Yeah, Kimberly will write it up there. So this is our parking lot as we go through today, okay? So these are the directors within our organization. So yay for everybody. And we, like I said when we started, we have this huge vision for where our organization can go within WildTree. And we want to share with you because we know that all of you guys and all of us started for different reasons. We all came to WildTree for different reasons, okay? And so we're going to share with you guys why we came in our story because some of you guys might not know what our story is. So, Jenny, do you want to start?
Sure. No. My name is Jenny, and I have been with Bradley for almost 10 years now. I live on the Missouri side. And my husband and I have 8 kiddos that we, for those of you that don't know me, that we homeschool, and one with special needs. So we are a very, very busy household. But I came to Wild Tree first for the products, but I absolutely stayed for the income. The income that I make here, I don't know where else I could make the income that I make. Where I can homeschool my kids in the morning, go to work in the afternoon, step out a few nights during the month to parties, and really contribute to our family's bottom line in the way that I do. So absolutely, I'm here for the income, and so that I can, I believe that we're blessed by God, so we can be a blessing. So I like take everything that I have learned in this business and give it to all of you guys, so that you guys can make a big difference in your family's bottom line as well. So.
Hi, I'm Danielle George, for those of you who don't know me. I've been with Wild Tree for 3.5 years. And how we came about, Annie and I went to high school together, and she had spoke to me about Wild Tree a couple times. It was a hard pass, and for 4 years.
Did they fat no?
No, almost. Call me in 6 months. And so it was just always the timing something, or it was always something. And I actually went to school for nutrition, for functional nutrition, so learning how to help and heal the body with food. And so we ran into each other one night, and I was doing the things she was doing, but not getting compensated as well as I should have. I was coming up with all of the meal plans for people and all that. And I'm like, okay, this is working smarter, not harder. And so after 4 years, I always say, oh, I jumped in 4 years later. So I went to Taco Night and had never tasted Wild Tree. I knew she sold Alfredo or something. I don't know. I thought it was cool that she was a leader, because I was with a different company. Went to Taco Night, and the rest is history. So yeah, hit director right at 2 years, and yeah, so I definitely came for the income, because I was, I'll tell a little bit more about my story, but I was at home with 3 babies, and I did come for the community, some other factors, but I wanted to be able to contribute financially.
And I'm Tegan Braun, and I live in Castle Rock, Colorado. So I drove 10 hours.
Oh yeah,
But and I did it with 4 kids by myself, 2 staff, it was awesome, the rock stars. But I started my business here. I said that Annie and Danielle and I have exact testimony in that 4 years I was a firm no, like no thank you. I didn't want to hear anything about it. I was very closed off to the idea, and life changes happened, and I had 4 kids ages 5 and under, and I joined right when my youngest was like 9 days before his first birthday, and I was a hot mess mom. I came from a really successful corporate background, and lost myself as a stay-at-home mom, and I felt like I'm going to drown in kid goo, and I need something else. And so and we were in a really big financial crisis at the time. My husband woke up one morning and could walk and have emergency back surgery, and we shut down our remodel company. Annie knew all of that, and she was like, Lord have mercy, this is your thing, like just trust me. And I kept saying no. And then when I decided to jump in, I hit leader 2 months later, and the rest is history. So it's been a really neat journey. So I came for reclaiming my identity and the income piece, but I didn't grasp what that income could mean for us because I was a stay-at-home mom with 4 small babies, and I couldn't wrap my brain around how you could have a successful career as a work-at-home mom, and then they just kind of merged nicely, and we took a big leap and moved to Colorado, and I rebuilt my business there, knowing one person in Colorado when we moved. And so it's just been really neat to see how this business can and will be exactly what you want it to be. So we've gone from the high heights, the pinnacle heights of business, to rebuilding and back again. And so now I stay for the income. We just finished our foster courses a couple months ago, and we are looking to expand our family through fostering to adopt, hopefully, siblings. So we'll go from 4 small kiddos to hopefully 6 or 7. Be driving a bus here next time. I might have a kid strapped to me next training, but that's why I do this. I do this because it allows for my husband to be in ministry, allows for us to provide meaningful income. And I cannot even tell you the relationships that we built here. It's gonna make me teary. I love what we did here. So
That's awesome. Okay, so all I have to say is consistency, 4 years of follow-up, you guys, and that's all I have to say. I mean, that's all you gotta do. My name's Annie Alexander, for those of you that don't know me, and I've been with Wild Tree about 7.5 years, I think. So my kids were sick, and so I wanted to stay home instead of going back to the corporate world because I couldn't get them to daycare. I'd have to come home every day from work anyway. So that's why I came, and the income potential is beyond what I ever thought it could be, and 6 figures and up, and so obviously that's why I stay as well. And I have fallen in love with the products, and like several of us hadn't even really tasted the products. I didn't taste the products before I joined either. So just know that everyone comes for a different reason. They stay for different reasons. It's different for everybody, and just be unique and own your reason and be true to you and authentic in that. And let us help you in this journey to where you want to go and where you want to be, and to bring others alongside you, because that's the best thing, even if it takes 4 years to get them to jump in. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our training. Danielle is up first, so I'm super excited for you guys to hear her testimony expanded a little bit further.
You know, I'm going to tell you, the 4 women up here, we are all fantastic at love things, technology. So we were all like, let's meet about 5 a.m. No, we didn't really, but okay, that's me. So if you're connected to me on social media, you know how stuff there with my family. That's my tall, dark, and handsome there, Adam. We've been married for about lucky 7 years right now. We've been together almost 2 years, or 10 years. And my 3 girls, so I started when they were 4, 2, and 4 months. So it was the worst time ever probably to start this. But I had also come from a very successful corporate background, and I wanted to talk to people who didn't wear diapers. So here I am. And now they're beautiful 8, 6, and 4. So as you notice, I have long hair that I like to look back better. Most of you know I had breast cancer last year. Just recently finished treatment. So what I'm going to talk about is the next slide, which is discovering your gifts and talents. I was recently very blessed to, in my mom's group at church, listen to a speaker that really, I went away from that and was telling Tegan, I was like, this just hit me so much, the speaker. I don't know how many of you are moms or not moms in this room, so I love speaking to women, and if there's men on the Zoom, sorry. This moment is particularly for women and those of us who carry a lot of hats. So anyone? So, you know, as moms, what I realized, you know, I was later in life when I became a mom, and I had no idea, like, I'd always defined myself by a successful career because I didn't have anything else. I didn't get married till I was 33, 34, something like that, and didn't have babies till later in life. And so that was like really all I had. Lost my mom when I was really young, so I didn't have a big family. It was always career and hitting that next level. And when I got into this mom life and I decided to stay home, I was never the person that was like, oh, I have babies and stay home. If you are, that's great. If you're like, I'm a better mom when I work, that's great too. But what I realized when I transitioned from that working mom to non-working mom and then working from home mom, holy cow, like the judgment and the things that we feel like we have to carry with us every day to be everything. And they showed a cute video about having a mom crush. I don't know if any of you guys, I have a mom crush, and they're like in their rows. And it was funny because I thought people might be looking at me. She's like, she makes gluten-free. I was like, oh, sweet. But, it was, you think about it, you see people, one of my favorite quotes is, comparison is the thief of joy. How many times you're like, I wish I was in the shape as her. I wish I was a Pinterest mom like her, or a PTA mom. I signed up to do real mom this year. I said I would never do it. It was the worst fail because I know that that's not my talent. That's not my gift to give to the world. And so, I'm a quoter. I'm a wordy. You'll learn this about me if we're not already connected. But one of my favorite quotes when I was thinking about what I wanted to say to you today was, our talent is our gift from God. What we do with it is our gift to the world. So I think the most important thing is really honing in on what you're good at and accepting and letting go of the things that you're not. And that's hard for us as women, or it is for me. I don't know. I've met some really strong women who I feel like just have that mastered. They're like, nope, I don't do that. Like my OB, she's like, I tell the people at school, I will buy whatever you want me to buy, but I will never bake something for her bake stuff. But she's a tremendous doctor. I've been with for almost 17 years, but she owns the fact that she's not the PTA mom, and that's okay. So the one thing I just really want you to do is just jot down 3 things you know you're good at. That's really hard for us too, isn't it, to compliment ourselves. Say, I'm good at something. I'm good at working with children. I'm a good listener. I'm a good, person in the community as far as community service. There are so many gifts and talents out there. And I can teach, the things I'm going to talk about today are more abstract, you guys. They're not, I'm going to show you how to enter an order. There's not an A through Z. These are abstract philosophies of what make us better, not only in business, but in life. Because our taco seasoning is amazing, but it's about increasing our belief in ourselves and really nurturing those abilities. That is what's going to make you a better person in life and make you better in business. So like I said, I could teach probably a 3-day course on this, and I'm going to have some follow-up that I will give you some great things that I think will help you with kind of determining what those are. I only had 10 minutes, so I have paperwork and everything that you can go over. I have websites that you can look at to kind of really figure out what those are, and then what do you do with that? If you're a really good listener, how do you nurture turning that into income? And on the flip side of that, maybe you listen too much. How do you learn how to convert the conversation so that you can also take control of a conversation in sales? Does that make sense to everybody? So it's learning how to nurture what you're good at, but also when we're talking to other people in our business, they all have different strengths, and they're all of our brains are so different. So this could go really, really deep. The one thing I want to tell you in with is it's all about I am statements. So all those things you wrote down, I am what? I am good at this. And this is a shout out to Tegan, actually. These things have been so wonderful, and you don't have to order cards like this. You can do this yourself. Me, because I'm not creative, I own that. I bought these cards and for myself and my kids, and they're so amazing. And she can put up a link later, but like this one, I am kick-ass. Okay, so I am committed to being the powerhouse. I know I am. Today, I will set a goal, create an action plan, and calendar a completion date for this goal. This will be something important as it has been sitting on my to-do list for a long time, like running a marathon I've been dreaming about, or writing the book I know must be written. I rock my world. It's so hard for us to say those things, right? We look in the mirror and we're like, oh, wrinkled, I'm tired, and I'm not a great mom, and it's just realizing who we were meant to be. And, I am laser focused. I am beyond grateful. I bought some for my kids, you guys, and to watch my daughter, my 8-year-old daughter, who is a very old soul, be transformed by these words from a young age. I could get choked up about that. It's amazing. I know you can tell stories about that too. So I'm probably towards the end of my time here. Yeah. Okay. Nobody's giving me a sign. But I hope that you take something from this and you look for follow-up information. This is a huge passion of mine to speak about. So that is all I'm going to say about that. And Jenny is going to come up because along with gifts and talents, we wrote that quite nicely in WildTree when you hit certain metrics. So we are going to celebrate some amazing women who have applied their gifts and talents into earning our incentive trip. For those of you who don't know, every year we have a complimentary incentive trip to somewhere amazing. And this year it's Panama. So I'll let you take away.
Okay, so if you are a trip runner, we're gonna, for the 2017 trip and going to Panama, we're gonna call you to the front and we have some.
Bye. Annie, our dinner. So, as you wondering, we have obviously a very large organization all across the country. Whitney Crawford is another director within Annie's organization who lives in Wichita, and the other leaders listed here are all under Whitney as well. So these are all from Jenny Pickett's organization. They will be heading next month to Panama. Okay, that is so exciting. Now, next year, in 2019, we are going to Colombia. Who wants to go on a free trip? Who wants to take their spouse or not take a friend? Take a friend. So, we have people in this room that are already on track to go to that trip. You want to hear who they are?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the exciting one. Here is the really exciting part, you guys. It doesn't matter that like we're a couple months into the year. There are people who have earned this trip, and I was in Costa Rica 2 years ago. There are people who started in September and earned the trip. So today, you will leave here fired up, and you can turn that into a free trip. So the directors are all tracking. Obviously, we're leaders, so we have certain metrics we have to meet to be leaders. So we're going to call you up. If you are tracking for trip, Stacey Irving. Come on, Megan. Come on, Abby. Okay, Ryan and Lindsay both are tracking as well. And then, of course, our wonderful leaders, if you can come on up. So, Jesse Malco, Michelle Nutty, Emily Wilkinson, Kelly Buckman, and Amy Willard are all tracking. Show you what's possible. That you can be in Columbia next year. And we're not talking about the specific metrics of how to get Are we good?
All right, everyone wave to the camera and Zoom. Hi!
Thank you, everyone. Okay, so the power of one. So coming from talking about trip, I've already told you about myself and a little about my story that I started 3.5 years ago. And when I started, we're going to talk about goal setting a little bit. I didn't really, I was like, oh yeah, you have a free trip. Like, again, do you ever go to that place where you're like, well, that's for other people, right? That's for other people. That's for other people can achieve that. I can't achieve that because of the story I tell myself in my head of why I can't. So a few months in, Annie was like, do you realize that you have a shot of going on a trip? And I was like, what? So that became like I needed a vacation. Did you hear me mention that I had a 4 2-year-old 4-month-old?
So I needed a vacation with my husband. I knew we would not be able to get childcare unless it was free. We were like, yeah, it's a business trip. So I wanted to tell a little bit of a story about the power of one person. So obviously we know that one person can completely change our life, but sometimes we don't think about it that way. Think about your spouse, or think about your best friend and how they've like changed the trajectory of your life and what life would be like without them. So when I was in my business, I was where you are, whether you're day one, whether you're 3 months in, you know, we've all had to start somewhere. So I was doing the part where I was reaching out to people, right? Just like hosting a workshop or whatever. And I was kind of in a place where I felt stuck. Has anyone been there? Like you get to that first layer of friends and you're like, what do I do now? Where do I go from here? And I had reached out to a friend of mine from college, and the reason I reached out to her was because she was a foodie. She was often posting about ingredients or how fat-free isn't necessarily good for you because it's chemical filled. So I knew that that was important to her. There's a couple people in the room will know what I'm talking about when I tell the story. So I reached out to her and said, hey, I thought of you because, write that down. I thought of you because people want to know that they're special, that you're not just reaching out haphazardly. You know, what is the reason you're reaching out to them? There has to be a reason. So I thought of you because I often see your posts about being a foodie. I love hearing how you guys cook at home and your interest in ingredients. I'm not sure if you saw what I'm doing, but I actually provide dinner prep workshops through Wild Tree. It's an organic meal planning company, yada, yada, yada. She gave me some excuse, like I gave Annie, about how she was super busy because her daughter was going into preschool or something. Whatever. You guys, nobody's feeling for her. Nobody's feeling for her. I didn't die. Like she said no, and I was like, okay, that stinks, because I know this person really well. She has a really good circle of friends. So I was kind of bummed, but I went on. I didn't die. I went on to the next person. And a few months later, she reached out to me and said, my husband was told, great, and I have no idea what to do. I don't cook that way. Can you help me? I think we need to do a workshop. So I was like, I'm so glad I planted that seed. It was probably almost 6 months later, but I had planted that seed. And quite honestly, she told me no, I respected that. I didn't try to push a square peg in a round hole. And I said, great, let's do it. And I think she had 13 people at that workshop. And from that workshop, I ended up, I at one time tried to draw a graphic of kind of how that impacted my business. But it's so hard because you have residual customers, right, that come from that. So it's kind of hard to do. But I booked 2 workshops right away. Those workshops were successful. You're probably going to talk about Carla Smith. Kimberly, actually, we had known each other through a networking group, but not well. And she actually was involved in church and ended up at one of those workshops. And now she has been a leader on my team for 2 years. So the power of that one person, I got to trip. I mean, because you may think, oh my gosh, like I just feel like I talk to everyone. You never know when that right person is going to say yes, whether it be to host it. That person's not on my team, and you know what? She's never hosted a workshop since. But because of that, I have residual customers. I have residual hosts. I have a lot of really amazing relationships. I will tell you, some of those people after I was diagnosed, some of those people from that workshop brought me meals. You know, so it's a relationship business. It's about connecting and making a relationship. You know, I could tell story after story about this. Jesse Melanco at the back of the room, you know, our daughters played soccer together when they were 4. We both had bouncy babies. They were a week apart. We were newborns and didn't really know each other. And we connected on social media, and I was consistent with social media. And she said, I think I want to host a workshop. I was like, great. She had like 11 people, and she called me first. Right? She did. But I didn't reach out to her because I wanted to build a relationship, and that's a whole other seminar I can teach about that. But I wanted to build a relationship with her because I truly wanted us to be friends. And she was like, oh, great, you know. And then she was like coming to a tasting one time, but I ended up canceling, whatever. So she's like, I think I want to host a workshop because her son has dietary needs. And we did. There were like 11 people. And 3 days later, she called and said, I'm trying to talk myself out of joining Wild Tree. I'm like, okay. And see, it's why you have to do that information. Oh my God, you're getting right now. You know, have you ever seen Tommy Boy? Have you seen Tommy Boy? Car that like is going to explode. I was like, okay, well, if you want to talk about that further, let me know. She was like, okay. And a couple leadership. She texted me, this is how her brain works. I figured out how much money I could make based on how many people I had last time, so I went ahead and joined and put in my order. So now she's been a very successful leader and brought in Kelly and a whole team of her own. So one person can completely change your life and you never know where they're going to come from. So that is what I want to leave you with. And also be the change. So who are you going to be as that one person to someone else? You know, when you get up in the morning, be that one person for someone else. Yesterday I was at Aldi, I'm in one of those stories. I'm sure they're waving me down. No, I was at Aldi yesterday in the Aldi Lovers. And I was taking my cart back off, and a lady was going to get it from me and give me her quarter. I said, keep your quarter. And she was like, you guys, 25 cents. But babe, you would have thought that I bought a coffee at Starbucks for $6. She was just like, thanks so much. You guys, it took me 25 cents to make that person. Maybe she was having a really junky day. And so I just, you know, remember that while it can take one person to change your business, that you can also be that one person. So that's what I'm going to say. Okay, next I want to introduce the fantastic Tegan Braun. And Tegan, as we know, I've heard a little bit about her story. We met the night I said that was talking. She was running the talk tonight. And she has built a successful organization here in Kansas City and in Colorado now and all over the nation. And she is going to tell us more about the shake. Who's excited to hear it?
Okay, so first of all, let me see in a show of hands who loves the shake, who's tried it personally. Okay, so most of you, you guys like vanilla or chocolate? Both. Okay, awesome. Okay, so for some reason you haven't seen it, they're right over here. You can check out the nutritional panel, smell it, all the things. We don't have the capability to mix it up here today, but looks like most of you are enjoying them at home. And how are your customers liking it so far? Oh, radio silence. Whoa. Okay. 50-50, okay. Okay, so we're going to delve into what this shake can mean for you guys in this arena. And then we can do some Q&A also over
Huh?
So glad she revised the recipe on this thing.
Why?
Jalapeno. And
She did?
yeah, it has jalapeno in it.
Oh,
It's not spicy.
I hate jalapenos.
Did you?
Yeah. Why would she do that?
So that's how she made it last time.
I didn't eat it last time.
Did you not?
That was specifically for you.
But you ate it last time too.
I'm glad I didn't give it to Layla. What the heck? Stop. You can get nunnies after your brother. I'm not doing you both at the same time. Just relax. If you let him go to sleep, it won't be as long. Baby, I cannot have you both on me right now. I have to burp him.
Do you think maybe a message would go to you? We have a spring training going on that I couldn't go to because it's in fucking Kansas. And it's supposed to be on video, but it's not. Like, nobody's there yet. Stop. You've gotten nannies 3 times already today. That's enough. Layla, do you want somebody pulling on you all the time, huh? Relax.
Layla, can you show me your toys? Okay, let's go look at your toys.
Hush. He's okay. There's no reason for you to be crying. What's the matter? Huh? What is it? What, baby?
Babies.
Yep.
Puppy. A puppy. A puppy. Puppy. Good job.
Shift in.
Pay for my trip. And this isn't just a trip. I don't do anything. Well, ask me for money.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get any by it, but I'm sure certainly talk about it.
Do you know anything about it?
I can talk to someone else about it.
Shake your tail.
Speaking of, like on Jude, went on the WALK.
I know. Mom
She
said.
really enjoyed that. It's not.
Mom said that y'all had a good time and she was SCARC.
Oh, it was hilarious.
Want a spoon? That's how she feels about all these. Today there's gonna be a petting zoo. See, I don't realize how hungry I am. Yeah. Because think about it, if you were to work out all night long without water or anything, wake up in the morning, you'd be feeling that way too. Layla! But the only thing I'm unusual I'm not gonna worry because they're holding.
Where is it? Oh, yeah.
I know we have one third. No. No.
This can be any month. So if you want to pretend it's April, it's fine. But it's just sort of this segment, we're going to pretend. So we're in December, January. So the sale is $1,000. That's your personal sales. And what I'm going to show you here is how much income we're really talking. So Tegan touched on this a little bit earlier, just showing you in a different format. Okay, so your sales is $1,000. That's 13 people on the stage. In February, for 2 weeks after we announced, I had 15 people on the stage. Okay, so 2 weeks, I did 15. This is a month, you do 13. Okay, so it's in your bracket. Sales income would be $290, and then let's say you get 2 people on the stage that month, right? So I got 3 in a week. So I think if we start with our verbiage and we really start talking about this, this can increase. So 2 people on the shake, you're going to make $60 because they're going to do 1,000 too. They're going to get 13 people on the shake. That's the goal. So that's month 1. So let me stop right there because if month 1 doesn't make sense, if I didn't explain that well, none of the rest will. So does that make sense? Can you follow the graph of what we're showing? Okay. So total income month 1 is $350 in your pocket. Okay. Month 2, you increase just a little bit, and as a reminder, there's 13 people. Most of them are probably going to make the shake again. So you're going to add another few people. You get 1,500 in sales, which bumps you up to the next pay grade. So 32%. Your sales becomes 480. And again, we're going to add a couple more people here. We have a total recruits now of 5. 2 from the first month, 3 from the next month. They're each going to get 1,000 and you get paid 3%. So 150. So your total income for that month is $630. Does that sound good to anybody? 630? Okay. Okay. Next month, 2,000 in sales. I'm being super conservative here, right? Because I'm assuming that you're actually not getting better at selling the shake. You're actually kind of getting worse, right? Because otherwise you'd be 13, 30, right? So this is super conservative. Okay. So 2,000 in personal volume, 32% pay on that, so 640. Your recruiting income, because you're adding still just a couple more people, at 240. Total income for the month, 880. And your 3rd month of focusing on the shake. Does that sound good to anybody? Okay. Do you see why we're doing the shake challenge? The 10 club? Okay. Okay. Now in April, you're at 2,500 in sales, which bumps you up. You're also a team leader now, so you're getting 40%, $1,000 in pay. You're recruiting. You're getting better. You've got 4 recruits this month now. Okay. Recruiting income, because you're getting paid 12%, because you're a team leader, you get 12% on your downline, is $1,500, $1,440. Okay. Total income for the month, $2,440. Does that sound good to anybody?
That's just on shakes, right?
That's just on the shakes. Just on shakes. And remember, I was being super conservative, assuming you're really not getting better at selling shakes. Okay? You can see this huge jump from March to April when you hit team leader. So what we see happen just in the business is people get hung up here and they don't keep going. They get stuck. They stop. They give up. Whatever happens, happens. And here's what they're missing. Okay? That's what they're missing. So I thought, what does this look like if you did this every month? Got 13 people on the shake. Got 8 people sell the shake. What does it look like after a year of that? What does it look like after 2 years? What does it look like after 5 years? Anybody want to see those numbers? Yes. I mean, really? Right. Yes. It's pretty freaking exciting. So can you go to the next slide, again? Okay. Year 1. That's all you do. And this is your recruits per month. So
I pretended that you didn't get any better, even though you will. Okay? I pretended you did not get better in sales. I pretended that you sold nothing except for shape. What? I know, Jenny hasn't seen these numbers yet. I don't know if anybody. Okay, so year one, sales income, recruiting income, total income is 41,000. Anybody want 41,000 in their pocket after 1 year? Facebook messaging or reaching out on text to ask people if they would be interested in changing your life.
Just pause for 1 second. 1 year, $41,000.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're missing a year? Like for real?
For real.
$41,000.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Okay. It really is mind blowing. It's mind blowing. So if you do the 10 club, I mean, that's even way over what I'm predicting here, right? If you do the 10 club for a month, just think of that trajectory of how these numbers
I think like, and that's never going
I just dropped the mic again.
to
Like, this makes me like sappy. Like, get out there and do this. This is super exciting. This is crazy stuff, you guys.
Yeah. She's gonna count on some numbers. She's like,
The biggest numbers that you have after 5 years, almost $1 million in your pocket, and all you're selling is shakes from your house, and you're not even, this doesn't count your parties and everything else. I mean, this is crazy. Crazy. The other one, crazy town. So the other thing I want to point out, I want you to look at the sales income. Remember, we kept that thing. 2,500 every month. So look, you're going to make 12,000 off that. What I want you to look at is the recruiting income. This is why it's so important to team build. And this is blessing others. If you can put this in other people's pocket, what does that do for their lives, you guys? This is an amazing opportunity. And if you're keeping this to yourself and not like shouting this from the rooftops, it's just not, that's not good. Shame, I mean, it is. It's kind of like, don't keep this to yourself, you guys. It's just life changing for so many people. So look at the recruiting income and how it goes up. So 2018, 30,000. A year later, you're just recruiting for around 4 people a month on average. You're at 100,000 from team building. Okay, they're getting paid too, so it's not like you're taking anything from them, coming from the company. Okay, when you're here, they're here. When you're here, they're here. You know, like this is what they're making. If this is what you teach them to do. So cumulative total just from recruiting is close to $850,000 after 5 years. Okay. What do you guys think? Super motivating? Yeah, super motivating to get out there and share what we do with people and help them to provide for their families, to give back bigger than they're giving now. This is motivating. So with that, I would love for Amy to come up here. Amy is one of our newest team leaders. So back to that slide before, you remember where I showed you that jump of what can happen in income. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story and her testimony. So, welcome.
All right. Danielle's husband is tall, dark, and handsome. Mine is just a little bit darker. He's also tall, dark, and handsome. And those are our 2 kids. Jade is 7 and Silas will be 3 here in a few months. So, all right. So my name is Amy Willard, for those of you who don't know me, and I'm from Paola, Kansas, which is about 40 minutes south of here. Married 7-year-old daughter and almost 3-year-old son. Today I just wanted to share a little bit with you about my journey to team leader. I'll start by saying that the journey started for me almost 6 years ago. But it really started a year ago in January. I had just decided that I had played around with it for long enough, and I had made up my mind that I was going to do it. And if you're friends with me on Facebook, January of last year, I posted my Living This Year with No Regrets post. I had my little half off at Hobby Lobby, inspiring quotes and Bible verses that I put up in my office space there by the desk. And I started asking myself, why wouldn't I go for team leader? Like, what am I here for? Why did I do this? I wasn't there just to get by, so I went for it. So I want to ask you guys the same question. Why wouldn't you go for it? I know some of you are thinking, I don't have time to do any more than I already do. And I can totally relate to you in that area, because that was me for the first 4 years working my business. At the time I started, I had a 2-year-old daughter at home, and I had a husband who coached high school sports about 7 months out of the year, and I also worked full time. And so I'll tell you this, I'm more successful now, and I'm making more money now than I was then, and now I've got 2 kids at home. I'm still working full time, and I have a husband that coaches high school and middle school sports now 9 months out of the year. So I just stopped telling myself I don't have time, and I started saying, why wouldn't you? What'd you come here for? And I started doing it. So what did that mean for my commission checks? It meant that they went from 20% starting out as a rep to 40% just on my personal volume. Not to mention earning some volume from my team that I was building now, like some of their volume as well, getting paid on that. To be specific, for those of you who like to look at the numbers, I'll tell you that on the last month that I was paid as a rep, my commission, I say commission checks, but it's direct deposit, right? But I just call it commission check. That last check as a rep was $777.04. So I was working, I was doing some stuff, but I was just getting paid as a rep. The next following month, which was my first month getting paid as a team leader, that commission check was $1,436.04. Not bad for a side hustle, right? I remember seeing that first team leader commission check and texting my husband immediately. And I think I said something like, holy cow, my commission check has a comma in it. Like, I was so excited about it. My husband teaches and coaches, and I'm a full-time, I work for the city of Palo for the Public Works Department. We're not like making tons of money every month, like we're working and living life, right? So that was a lot of money to me, and it made a difference. I had been part of the Leaders in Training series, and I had committed to going for it. I had a weekly check-in with a couple of girls that live in other parts of the country, and we help keep each other accountable and set goals every week. Kara and Shannon, I don't know if they're listening, but I appreciated them, and I hope to meet you guys in Denver. But at the beginning of that series, we were to fill out our spot on the commitment form, just saying, I'm doing this. And part of that was asking, what would you do with your first check as a team leader? And with mine, I said that I would give my older sister some surprise money. She has taken care of both of our kids since the time that I went back to work from maternity leave. I would pay down some debt, and I would buy a new pair of shoes. And actually, I got 2 new pairs that day because they were buy one, get one free, and I was so excited. I was like, yeah! So I got 2 pairs. So it was awesome. But guess what? I got to do all of that and so much more. Being a team leader has impacted me in ways that I never expected it would. It has taught me to dream bigger and do better. The night I called my, and I'm going to try not to get emotional here, but the night I called my sister to ask if she was home so I could swing by, she nervously replied, yeah, I'm here. Like usually I'm just dropping off kids or something or picking them up. So she opened up my card with her surprise check, and We hugged and shed happy tears in the kitchen together. I wanted to do more of that. Giving openly to the neighborhood kids who come by for Girl Scouts or church camps or football fundraisers. I wanted to do more of that, like just being able to do it without like having to go check the bank account and make sure we didn't need to get to the bank to put the money in that we just gave to the kids for church camp. So just being able to do it openly and not have to stress about whether or not we can afford it. We can take a staycation on a whim to Kansas City. We just got back, just decided to take the kids up there during this week of spring break, stay overnight in a nice hotel downtown, take the kids to Legoland, have a nice fun lunch out, not have to worry about whether or not the money is there. Being able to have the opportunities to make memories with my family. And seeing what's possible, just starting, like I'm just starting, guys, like this is not the end of where I'm going, and just to see the possibilities that are there and how many people I can help. But this journey is not possible without the awesome team of ladies that are here with us. And Jenny, I truly appreciate you so much. And thank you for believing in me, bringing out the best in me, and taking the time to coach me. I'm not direct, like Jenny and I have a few people in between us, and I just am still here, and some people aren't. And so thank God I'm working with Jenny, and I love her. And if I ever try to complain about my 2 kids, please just smack me. Seriously though, last month I got to go to Vegas for my first leadership rides, and just being able to spend the time with the ladies and get to know people a little bit better, and it was just so worth it. And it was so worth the workshops and tastings and phone calls and following up with people I had done to get to that point. It was a blast. And part of, like they've said, the great thing about being part of the business is we're part of an awesome group of ladies that are truly inspirational. We are like-minded. We are goal-driven, changing lives, warrior princesses. And we have a blast while we build the business together. So if you haven't considered going for team leader, especially with the shakes now, like, oh my goodness, that completely changes the game for all of us. Like, they weren't around. Like, it's just so much easier to get there now. Why wouldn't you spend it for it? You're already here putting the time in. Just make up your mind and just do it. You'll have a team of people here to cheer you on along the way. I did want to share one funny thing, because that was one of the things I wrote down for 3 good things about myself is I can make you laugh. That was the quote I went with, because this is me. Like, right now I do work full time, and I do what I have to do until I can do what I want to do. I don't want to work full time, but for now, that is what I'm doing. The one I wanted to share was, today's eyeliner can be tomorrow's smoky eye if you believe in yourself. Thanks, guys.
So Jackie, the team leader for Aquano. She is on the team and she's going to walk us through the new kit that came out, because some of you may not have seen that yet. Take it away, girlfriend.
All right, so at conference when this was revealed, I got really excited. So when Southwestern took an active role in Wild Tree, we got some awesome new marketing help. So my background is in marketing. So the refreshed fonts and colors and all of this got me really excited. So how many here received this kit when you joined? Okay, so this, for those of you who didn't see what we got before, we got a box just like your products come in. And it was full of packaging and your stuff. And it just was not as eye appealing as what we have now. So this is super exciting. Hopefully when
our new reps are receiving their boxes, they're opening up and like really excited about it. So anyways, I'm gonna walk through what they are receiving in their box. And all of this you can buy too for your business tools, business supplies works. So first thing, catalogs, because what better way to get what we're doing out in front of your people in a quick way? Your catalogs. And if you have not ordered the new catalogs, I highly recommend because they have products on one side, business opportunity on the other. So these are not the new ones. You have order forms in your kit, which I don't have, but I'm pretty seen on order forms. Products. So I know a lot of people have mentioned it's a recurring theme. Never tried the products before I joined. Well, guess what? You get some products in your kit, just like we always have. But I love the products that they're putting in there now because personally, these are my 4 favorite products. So ranch steak rub and roasted garlic grapeseed oil, cranberry poppy seed dressing, and lasagna skillet meal. So anybody could use these right away, right? Okay. The next thing are the party packs. So who's using our party packs? Okay, so these are wonderful. They come with an envelope you can mail, a postcard with full instructions, not a postcard, a card with full instructions for your host, makes it super easy, and then some instructions for you. So there's no questions about what do I do with this stuff. You put one of each of these in, put your host's address on there, a stamp, or drop by your house. So super easy, and then she knows what to do for her party. Saves you time, super easy for her, no stress. I love it. And it's Italian and Mexican. So what I've been doing is offering them a choice, unless they're having a really big tasting party or something, and we'll just go ahead and make both. Good variety. Also, taco night giveaways. So who is using our taco night giveaway? Keep them in your car for soccer practice. Somebody says, oh, I don't know what to make it for dinner. Hey, I can help you, right? So that's awesome for new people to get an easy example of what we do out to them. Okay, so this is really exciting because they're really showing everything that we do throughout the year in our starter kit. So they get an invitation to start the national conference. It tells the details, the dates, all that exciting stuff. So they know that there is something bigger to look forward to. They get a soiree poster with a beautiful picture of the beach and how to get there, come back. So right off the bat, they have this right in front of them. You don't have to feed it to them. They don't have to go look for it. It's all right there in the kit. So they can start dreaming big on day 1 or day 5, whatever gets there, you know. Okay, table tents. I love these because they are eye-catching. They say what we do. I just stick this out somewhere at my workshop or tasting, you know, as a make fast, make fresh, make ahead. And that way, when I'm fumbling through my words sometimes that I do, I can just refer to this as a reminder of what all we have to offer so I don't miss anything. And there's also another one that says, I think we put up there, independent representative. So if you're doing a vendor event or something like that, stick it on your table. What else do we have? Outdream yourself. I love this little brochure. There's somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. This little brochure talks about the business opportunity. Has some testimonials in it. You put your contact info on the back. I have these with me most of the time. And if I'm doing vendor events or something, I won't stick this out, but I have them back there. So if anybody ever asks a question, I just say, hey, this cute little brochure, got my info on there, give me a call, you know. So I love those, they're really pretty. And then the app referral cards, I love these also because what better way to get some easy sales than through your app. So that has, if you haven't ordered any of these or you haven't ordered business cards, I have that. Super easy, put your code on the back. What else do we get in there? Recipe for success. Okay, I love this too. So this is a cute little poster that tells you how to get started with your business. And I love that they've used a grocery store reference here. All the ingredients you need to begin your wild tree business. So aisle 1, setup, like step by step with check boxes for what to do to get started.
so super easy, makes it easy on you as the person enrolling them, that you're not having to step them through. They can do it on their own. So I love that. And it goes all the way through setting up their business in their back office. And it even includes cook a wild tree meal and share it on Facebook. Awesome, right? Aisle 2, organize. So just getting yourself started, creating your list of 100 people, placing your own personal order. And then aisle 3, set your goals. And then aisle 4, training. So tell them where to find the stuff and what to do. And I love this. I love the visuals. I just love it. And then lastly, they get this book called Roots to Success. And this is awesome. It's a workbook. So they go in and they fill out everything. Contact info for the people. And it goes through just how to grow and how to reach your goals with Wild Tree. Talks about Wild Tree and what we are, includes the creed, our mission, and here you go. Discover your why right off the top, because I know that that's helped me a lot to keep me going and why I'm here. So revisiting that's awesome. I was actually looking through these the other day and they asked me to present this and I was like, I've answered some of those questions, so I'm going to download this and do it myself. So that is what comes in the box. Oh, also, we get free shipping voucher. So still doing that, and then of course our new incentive program. Keep forgetting what's called. So, any questions? It's pretty. Would you say it's 100 times prettier than what we used to get? Yeah. There it is.
You can earn these and then you go around and direct I think they picked me because I love, is that why I don't really have an incentive or that. Like if you challenge me, I will do it. So, challenge yourself. I also think this is amazing because this is completely in line and set up so that anybody who picks this up and says, ooh, I want to do this, they're going to become a leader. So I like that. I don't, well, if you're new, then you didn't know, but our old incentive program is really just the first 30 days. This really follows you for the first 120 days. And each level, I feel like gets like 10 times better than the level before. So it really encourages you to keep going. And it's pretty straightforward. Would you like me to read it to you? Okay. Well, I think that the recruiting to me is awesome. You guys, 25 business bucks for every single recruit. I mean, that's huge. I love business bucks because I don't want to pay for anything. So if you have business bucks and you can buy anything you want, as much of it, like all these like all your party packs, all these cute little giveaways, like you don't have to buy it. You don't have to pay for those, use business bucks. So if you need some business bucks, go recruit somebody. They don't have to know that that's why you did it. I want my 25 business bucks. So I'm going to and that's for the first 120 days. I wonder how many people I recruited in the first 120 days. A lot of business bucks. It was amazing. So that's awesome. And then level 1 is kind of getting you warmed up. That first $1,000 in sales, just to know you can do it. You're going to get the one to shake your bottle. Then the next level is kind of pushing you, you see it's just slowly pushing your new rep up a little bit higher. But that custom tote bag, I have one. We got it at a conference in Indianapolis. I love that tote bag. I use the heck out of that. And I really wish I had this custom rolled cooler. So it's, and you also have to realize how amazing this is that Wild Tree is rewarding your new rep. So it's not you personally out of your own pocket rewarding your new rep. Like this is Wild Tree saying, you recruited this person and now we're going to reward them for doing an amazing job and then you're going to benefit by having this amazing strong team. Like that's pretty cool. So yeah, and then by the end, if you follow these steps, if your new rep follows these steps, they're naturally going to promote to team leader. And then number 5 blows me away. From the way I understand it, you get 5,000 trip points, which is huge. Rise registration, so actually going to pay for your registration to go to leadership conference. Huge. And
you can either get a rebate on your $130 kit or the Tiffany's bracelet. Like that's a lot. You're already excited. What? Oh, so whichever conference is next.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. But that, I mean, that is, you're already being rewarded because if you saw Amy's numbers, once you hit Team Leader, you're suddenly have a comment in your check. So that you're just rolling the dough. Just do it.
All right, so Pam is a new rep, and so I love her story that I can't wait for you guys to hear. And again, we have to follow up and consistency, and we'll let you know. And Pam has utilized that big cooking already, so she's in the midst of her time period. So, Pam, take it away, rock star. So I started at the end of January. I love everything that it has to offer. I went to my first workshop probably a little over a year ago, freezer mill workshop, and I had never heard of it. And I thought, you know, that sounds interesting, so I want to go. I want to see what it's all about. And we're always so busy, and I said, I would love to have those 10 meals in the freezer. That sounds like an awesome idea. So I went, did the party, was so excited for those meals that I said, gosh, I kept saying, when is the next freezer mill workshop? Who's having another workshop? So I ended up doing a bundle. I ordered a bundle and did it on my own, made some meals. And I thought, gosh, somebody's got to have a party. And I kept asking the lady that hosted, I said, who's going to have another party? And she goes, well, I don't think we're going to have any right now. I'm not going to have one. So finally, I think it was in September, I called the lady who had the party. And I said, hey, I want to have a party. I think I'm going to have my own party. I said, you know, can we book a party? And she didn't get back to me. And then I messaged again, and I can't remember if she got back to me or if I had reached out and found Annie, because it's been a while back. But anyways, Annie's like, oh yeah, I'll do it. So I had a party in, I think it was October, had a good turnout, and all those people loved it too. I get so excited about it. So then I did my party in October, got super busy, and I thought, gosh, one of the ladies says, oh, I'm going to have a party. I'm going to host for yours. I said, okay. So I kept calling her, hey, Joan, when are you going to host your party? Because I'm ready for some more, you know, freezer meals. Oh, I don't know. I'm busy. Maybe January. I'm not sure. So in December, I ordered a bundle kit on my own, and I ordered from Priest Licely, which was amazing. And had all that prepped and put away within an hour, and it was awesome. So then Annie at the party, of course, at my party, she said, hey, do you want to host? Or do you want to be a rep? And I said, no. Why would I want to do that? I have a job. So then she contacted me again. I think it was the end of December. Said, hey, we have an awesome incentive right now. Do you want to become a rep? And I do love the products. I use them all the time. And I still, once again, said, no, I don't think. I thought, well, she keeps calling me once. I'm not going to be a rep. Crazy. So one of my friends that I work out with, she teaches like these workshops. And we had a workshop at our yoga studio. And it was entitled, it was for women, and it says, you are enough. And it was just an inspirational workshop. That was in January. And Megan was one of the ones that had come to my party, and she loved the products too. So I attended her workshop, and it was just so inspirational, talking about goals and are you really where you want to be at? And it just kind of, at the end of the workshop, I said, Megan, I think I'm missing something. I said something, you know, and then I told her, I said, you know, Annie contacted me again at the end of December. And I said, oh my gosh, I said, you know, I said, no. But now that I'm looking at this and writing down my goals and where I want to be at, I thought I really want to do, you Wild Tree. So I was kind of talking to her about it. She goes, well, what do you have to lose? It's not expensive to sign up, is it? And I said, no. And she said, you love the products, right? I said, yes. So I ended up calling Annie and said, hey, I think I want to sign up. So I did. That was the end of January, I think the 25th or 27th. So I have my little goals, my little worksheet. I've already done my first forget cooking goal. I'm working on that. I almost have my level 2 done. I'm really close. But I haven't made it to my 60 days yet. I have a couple things coming. So I really do. My ultimate goal is for me to quit my full-time job. I've been in the medical field for over 30 years. I do ultrasound. It's stressful. I love it. I love what I do, but I want to be able to do something where I can just maybe do that PRN and then do this, do Wild Tree. That's my ultimate goal. And then I can spend more time with my grandbaby. I have, she's almost 14 months. So I watch her on Wednesday on my day off, which is not a day off because she's busy. Doesn't think she needs naps. So that's where I'm at right now. My goal, I know I need to recruit people. I'm trying. I keep asking Megan because she has probably as much products as I do in her pantry. It's huge. But I have more workshops coming. I already have 5 things on my calendar for April. So, it's hard. I'm working it in between my full-time schedule, work schedule. So. But work's been really stressful lately because we've been short, and that just motivates me more to say, hey, I got to do this. So I can say, hey, I'm just going to work PRN and work when I want to. So. And one more thing, I'll say one more thing because I don't know how much time I have. But Megan passed around these cards at our workshop. You are enough workshop, and everybody had a little card. Well, when I read this card, it said you've got a new story to write, and it looks nothing like your past. So I keep this in my little planner book because that kind of inspired me too. So I love it. I'm already trying that first story. She had in her mind, hey, Amy asked me about this several times. If I hadn't been planting the seed, I may not see this. I mean, that workshop, and we had to write out and stuff. And it just kept coming back to me. So then after the workshop, I talked to Megan, and I said, Amy, keeps asking me. And I said, I think this is something. I think I can do it. Because nothing is impossible. That's right. I love that. Yeah, they were talking about when Kelly said, well, she wasn't offended it. I said, she gets offended because about using it. So I think it's a mindset shift because I don't have people, I don't know, that are right on their own way. So those people, right? But sometimes I know people have been, they have never sat
no higher to be than when someone says, I would love to have you on TV. I don't approve what I am, that's what I say. But there, you know, sometimes when I'm talking to someone, they're kind of like, so, because that was me. She came to my workshop, a personal workshop I had, sporting for both companies' team. Marketing is really going to help. And so for all zero. But it was a great customer. And she came to my Christmas party. My Christmas came and all this time. She goes, what kind of I said, well, because you showed us 4 years ago, and you were a part of class, and you don't know what to do. And she was here now for 2 years. So I think it's really best to be your mindset.
Didn't I say the same thing to you? What? Didn't I say the same thing?
And she said to me, my sister was telling me who would be calling her. She said, we were towards the go back for 20 years. And she was like, I said, you love your company. Like, I was like that. I'm happy with you.
I think that what I said last year was how I get intimidated by those very same people who were just like me. I didn't learn a lesson about how I need to ask me, you know.
So I think this is, again, a parking lot thing for everybody.
Okay. Super proud of you, Annie, for reaching out to Pam. Yeah.
Bring it to me. Bring it to me and I'll fix it.
Okay, so we heard Amy talk about being team leader. And before that, we heard Amy talk about those amazing numbers that are just, right? Is anybody else just like, and I love numbers. Like, these are amazing. Okay, so we talk about team leader and the amazingness of having a comment in your paycheck. And then we heard Pam talk about new reps. So I was showing hands, how many of you are still in your first year of business? 9 months? 6 months?
Give me the other remote.
Okay. So how many of you were like super excited when you first signed up? Not that you're not excited right now, but super excited, right? I think we can all agree that
To me.
the first time that is when the excitement every time, right? Okay. So some of you are experiencing that right now, and for the rest of you, you're going to have to think back to the excitement that was just as big as you, right? And we're going to talk about recruiting from the start or upping your recruiting right now, because that's where the big numbers are at, right? Anybody kind of like shy about their recruiting? Make you a little nervous? Not know what to say? Would y'all like it to be super, super simple? Okay. So I'm going to teach you to recruit from the start. That's super, super simple. You're going to channel all your excitement and your energy, and you're going to pair it with your team leader or your director, and together you guys are going to build your team. Okay? Now your team leader or your director has, would you guys agree, a little bit more knowledge Just have it. Thank you. So you guys don't know, you guys don't have to know it all from the beginning. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, so here's the simple, no, go back. Okay, so the simple words to use when you're getting more recruits, to get more recruits. The only thing you need to etch in your mind is this: when you're having a recruiting conversation, in the very beginning stages of that conversation, you're going to say, I have a mentor that is great at helping figure out if this opportunity might be a good fit for you or not, and can answer all of your questions. Would you be open to getting on a call with the three of us or with the two of us? That's it. That's all you have to say. You could be having this conversation at a party, at a vendor event, like wherever you're having an opportunity conversation, the opportunity comes up. I have a mentor that is great at helping figure out if this opportunity might be a good fit for you or not, and can answer all your questions. Would you be open to getting on a call with the two of us? So that's it. And then you get them on a three-way call. Who's not going to be open to that? Like, and those are specific words. Would you be open to? Okay. Then you get them on a call, a three-way call with your team leader or your director. And this is going to do a few things. It's not only going to grow your team, which grows your income and helps somebody else impact their family's financial future, right? Be a blessing to give a blessing. But you'll also be learning how to have these opportunity conversations while your director and your team or your team leader is talking to your potential recruit. Sound simple enough? Can you guys say all that? Should we say it together? Let's say it together. Yeah. Okay. I have a mentor that is great at helping me figure out if this opportunity might be a good fit for you or not, and can answer all your questions. Would you be open to getting on a call with the two of us? Okay. Now, the next slide. Okay. So that is so good. Yeah, that's probably not me, but I was trying to think that. All we want to do is help our customers, right? Like, that's all we want to do. I don't get that. All we want to do is help them. Yes, Kelly, you can definitely post that. Let me just help you. Okay. So we talked a lot about like Facebook messaging, but we're going to switch gears a little bit. We're going to talk about phone calls because and I believe there's some people who select receive phone calls. Well, some days. Okay. So how many of you make phone calls, leave messages, and no one calls you back? Okay. What we want to do is help, right? So introducing mystery messages. How many of you guys have seen some of the info on this? Okay. Anybody using it? Yeah. Okay. I've been using these messages for several months now, and people will call you back. I'm still like, they call me back. So not only are they calling me back, it has done something else for my business as well. Did any of you like have to stop and think before you make that phone call? Like, okay, what am I going to say if they answer? What am I going to say if they don't? I have to leave a message. Anybody else experience that? Yeah. Okay. So using mystery messages is going to like take that away too. Does it sound fantastic? All right, let's take a look at how it works. So when you first make a call, and I don't always do this step, but you don't always have to leave a voicemail. Like you can just call. Now some people have qualms about that, so if you're one that has qualms about that, just skip this step. But if you sometimes I'm driving down the road making some calls and I'm just, they don't answer, I'm not gonna leave a message. Okay, next one, please. Did we ever figure out if that would work? Annie?
What?
Did you ever figure out if that worked? No, it doesn't? Okay. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, gosh, okay. Okay, so if you haven't done the other one, we're just gonna start here. So the first time they don't answer, you're gonna leave a message, and it's just gonna be super simple. Hey, Annie, this is Jenny. I met you at Tegan's watching party. I had something I wanted to run past you. You can give me a call back at 816-785-2004, and that's it. Right? And you're like, what does she want to ask me? And you have a question for them, right? You want to ask them about hosting or about how they like their products, or we're not being deceptive. We have a question for them, right? But if you like spill all your beans on the phone call or the message, they don't have any reason to call you back. But we need to get them on the phone, get them talking, right? Okay. So the first message of mystery. Hey Annie, this is Jenny from Tegan's Wild Tree Party, and I have a quick question for you, or something I want to run past you. Please give me a call back. So they didn't answer. You have to leave a message. You know exactly what to say, right? No guesswork. Okay, so within 24 hours, you can text or Facebook message, and it's pretty much the same thing. I make most of my phone calls from 4 to 6, so I'm doing the text or Facebook message at night if they don't answer. And basically says the same thing. Hey Annie, it's Jenny from Tegan's Wild Tree Party. I left you a voicemail earlier, just had a quick question. When would be a good time for me to call you? All right, next slide, please. So if they don't call you back, 2 days later, you're going to leave them the second message if they don't answer when you call. And we're going to tell them a little bit more this time, okay? So they don't answer, and you say, hey Annie, this is Jenny again. I left you a voicemail the other day, and when we met at Tegan's Wild Tree Party, you were interested in getting your friends together for one of those fun workshops. I had something I wanted to run past you. Please give me a call. I look forward to talking to you. So we kind of reminded her what she might be interested in, but we still haven't like spilled all the beans and, you know, threw up all over her on the phone. And then again, you can send a text or Facebook message within 24 hours that I do the same day. Go back one. This is where I get most of my phone calls back after the second message. So 2 phone calls, 2 Facebook messages. That's when I'm getting most of my calls back. Okay? Now, however, if you have to call them one more time, okay, now next slide, please. You're going to leave a next slide. Is that it? No, there you go. Now, if they don't call you back or they don't answer on the third call, we're going to kind of leave them a fully loaded message. So this is the third voicemail, right? A couple days apart. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, whatever. And you might try calling at a different time. But this is our fully loaded voicemail. So, hey Annie, it's Jenny. And my voice is probably getting familiar by now. This is my third message, and hey, I don't mean to be a pest, but the last time we talked, or when I met you at Tegan's party, you were interested in getting your friends together for one of those fun workshops. It'll only take 5 to 10 minutes to get a date picked and the ball rolling. Just give me a quick call. If I don't hear back from you, I'm going to assume this is a bad time, and I'll reach back out in 2 to 3 months. Okay? And then if they don't answer or they don't call back, then we're shooting them a last-ditch email. And that's it. And then you call them back in 2 to 3 months. Right, Annie? We continue to follow up. So we know exactly what to say, right? Because we have it all lined out. We know what to say on our first message, our second message, our third message. Any questions? What do you guys think? Thoughts?
Will those be on the page?
Yes, I think we're creating a folder, right, for the training, and we'll put this in there. Is it not in this folder? Yeah, we'll give it to you. Yeah.
I think it's important to have a smile in our voice.
Yeah.
And not sound, because it might come across that way on like the third message, that, hey, you know, like really pump yourself up to sound if you feel like it. Let the smile be in your voice. I read a good book one time called Make It Optional. A guy who used to put red lipstick on and put high heels on and walk around.
It's one way.
Just to make yourself feel awesome. Yeah. That's what we like to say. When we're like, it's inspiration, give them sunshine. Yeah.
I also like that way to make a joke of it, you know?
Yeah.
Some people make it right, and my favorite emoji is the finger eyes. You know, it's like sometimes if I sit more than one or two minutes and have fun about jokes, and then okay, it's just so creepy, like just let me know, you know? Like, you know,
Yeah.
something weird, like, you know.
That's your personality.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that what you could say, even if maybe they took a zero on information?
I mean, you can use the mystery messages for anything. I find myself using them at other times in life too. I had, my daughter called me and she goes, Mom, you just mystery messaged me. And I can't remember, it was like a doctor's office or dentist or, oh, it was my insurance office. I was like, they just mystery messaged me. I'm not calling them actually. But, you know, aren't you but you can do, what was, I'm sorry, did I answer your question? What was?
Yeah. Zero
Yeah, it was a zero at the yes, so I think that, so I'm using, if you're hosting, or if they were interested in hosting, if they were interested in the opportunity, maybe you're calling about the shape, or you're just doing a customer care call. Now with the customer care call, I don't give them 3 calls, but if you're just doing follow-up from a party, which I would consider zeros, just follow up to see how they like their product. I probably wouldn't give them 3 calls either. I don't have time to give all those people calls, but so does that help? Yeah.
Okay, one other thing that I find helpful is I can't see at the events, and I let people know. Don't be surprised I am going to call you guys, your colleagues, or text you. I genuinely want to know how your deals are going. You guys are all meeting your deals. I want to know you guys think about it. I like that feedback. It helps you with your customers. Don't be surprised if people are different. And I think some of that also because of the library.
Yeah.
I follow through. I let them know that I have to do a good job, and I'm not doing a good job. So,
what do I do? So I've had just a couple of people that on their customer care survey that said they check mark, do not call or text. Can I?
Oh, let's get that off the customer care sheets. So I'm not currently using customer care sheets. I'm doing something else. But, and that's the parking lot. But, customer care sheets, yeah. Is it, okay, we need to get that one because, yeah. Okay, Annie's telling me I gotta move on. But we put that on there. That needs to come off the customer care sheets because they don't know where they look. treat it the way they want to be treated. And you like to phone, and you like text, if you could put something.
I usually say in the notes, can you say what the best way to communicate with you is? I try to ask that, but that's not on there. I mean, I think, yeah. It says text, yes or no, and I feel like if people say yes, in my mind, that's the preference.
Okay, so did I have a last slide on the, or was that it?
No,
Just real quick, we are going to talk about like what if they answer the phone, right? And this is pretty quick. Holy smokes. Okay, so what if you're calling and they answer? Then what do you say, right? Never mind, bye. Okay. Oh crap, I wasn't prepared. Okay, so it is really important to re-engage that customer, okay? They may have left the vendor event or the party or wherever you met them at. They may have left and not really given watching another thought, right? I don't know how many times I've called and asked them if they thought about that, you know, a date for their party. I'm like, oh no, I haven't thought about it, you know? So it's really important to re-engage the customer. And that does not mean we're going to vomit all over them. We're going to tell them what they were interested in. We're going to get them talking. So there's brain chemistry that says when they start talking, it re-engages them into it, be open to this conversation and open to what you're going to ask them. So when I get someone on the phone, we'll do pleasantries, you know. You guys, I don't need to walk you through that. You can do pleasantries. And then I say, hey, Annie, I had something I wanted to run past you, but before I do, would you remind me what you most liked about Wild Tree? Or would you remind me what stood out about Wild Tree? And sometimes you have to give them some, you know, was it the all-natural side? Was it the meal planning? You know, what kind of was it that really stood out or that you liked? And then you have to be quiet and let them talk. And they'll bring it back and they'll start talking. Okay, you got to re-engage them. Now you may know full well what they were interested in or what they most liked because you know you probably made a little note. This is if you've been on any of our Grow Series calls and you've heard us talk about the push-pull energy. This is more of that pull energy. Okay. When we talk at them and they say, well, you were interested in, you know, getting your friends together for a fun workshop and or doing a tasting or, you know, whatever it may be, we're pushing. And people are so busy, they cannot hear that. They can't like even open up to that. So you got to get them talking. Ask them if they like that watching. Okay? And then the conversation will naturally flow from there. And you can get into whether you were calling them because they were a recruit lead or because they were a booking lead or a shape lead, you know, whatever the case may be, why you were calling. Okay? All right, who's next? Annie?
Yeah.
Oh, Tegan, sorry. What?
Well, I was going to say, in the interest of time, Annie's going to do some training on one-on-ones and referrals, and I'll let you introduce her back there because there's so much information. You guys, we could be here on a whole weekend retreat. So the stories are so awesome. We don't want to cut them out. We don't want to cut out your questions. So her training is pretty in-depth. If you have not seen it in tools yet, make sure she's going to tell you exactly where to go to find her training. But instead of doing the whole training, we're going to she's going to condense and highlight that and talk about some of the most important aspects so that we can finish all of our training in time to have lunch. So
no, I just wanted to introduce Annie. So all of you know who Annie is, but just some things about Annie that are really remarkable is that she is our kind of silent hero. So she is doing so much behind the scenes that nobody sees in support of us, encouragement of us, in the big picture of the company. Annie is a critical piece to our overall success.
So for how quiet she is that much louder in the behind the scenes things that go on. And so just know that she is the one who's very like, stop looking at me, you're going to make me cry. She is the one that is really lifting us up, whether that be vocally or in prayer. And so we're just also thankful for you. And when I started 4 years ago, Annie was incredibly sick and sick a lot of the month. And she is a fearless warrior, and nothing that she sets her mind to does not happen. And so we are in one heck of an organization, from Jenny to Annie, all of our other leaders and directors, incredible people here. So this training is like the bomb diggity. We love you.
Correct. Oh, I was going to try the clicker thing again. Is it back there? Yeah, the battery. So maybe it would work. Maybe.
Do you want to know what Mercury works like through your We're in that right now, which is technology.
All right. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. And you guys, that's why I'm like, the vision I have for our organization is so huge. And we want every single person, whether you're watching on Zoom or on a playback, or if you're sitting in this room, if you want to come with us on this ride, jump on board, because it's amazing. So one-on-one meal planning session and referrals. So like Danielle said, this is recorded in tools. If you go in and in the search bar and type RISE, it's back there, my whole PowerPoint slide. And we're working on a script detailed, it's like 15 pages, but it tells you word for word what to say. And if you practice it and do it 5 to 10 times, you don't even have to use that anymore. Okay, so that'll be in there too. So, but today I am going to talk a little bit about referrals and just give you a high level of the one-on-one meal planning and what that looks like. The one-on-one, when you get into that training, it goes through and really teaches you what to say, whether you're at a party and you're having that time with someone one-on-one, or if you are on the phone with somebody, if you are talking to somebody at the soccer game, whatever it is, whatever that looks like, you can have conversations with people outside your parties, inside your parties, from all over. So it really highlights, like, where do you get those people to talk to them? How do you talk to them? What do you say? Things like that are in there. And from the one-on-ones outside of parties, a few directors had done this and we kind of gathered our information. Our average sales were about $1,500 from those individual one-on-one conversations. Some of those are 10 minutes, 20 minutes on the phone, okay? And we maybe do a handful a month. So just think about that. And what really, really happens is the investment that you have into that person, because you build some trust with that person. The referrals are easier to get. They come back and they buy more later. It's a great relationship building tool. So I do encourage you, if you haven't heard that training, to get in there and do that on your time. So referrals are the quickest way to cash into team build. So after you've heard today, does anybody want more cash in their pocket, or are you guys okay? Okay. Awesome. You guys like mine? So cold calling, or God's punishment for not asking for a referral. Okay. So when you get stuck, or some of you guys have reps on your team that get stuck, that's where the referrals really come into play. All right, next slide. Okay, we're going to skip this in the interest of time. Okay, who do you ask referrals from? Your one-on-one customers that you talk to, your cheerleaders, those people that are always cheering you on, like Megan. Pam was talking about Megan. She's a great person to ask referrals from. Your product lovers, those people that just love Wild Tree. Their pantry is stocked. They're always coming to the party. Your family, okay? Think about your cousins. Like, I just had a one-on-one with my cousin, and he gave me a couple people to talk to. Networking events, great place for referrals. Great place for referrals. And then somebody that says no. Think about that. The person, it's not for them, or it's not the right time. They are a great person to ask for a referral, okay? So here's what it sounds like, and this is the exact verbiage. I had a call the other day, and we've talked about Southwestern Consulting. So I have a coach and a mentor that I use, and she referred some people to me. This is where I started practicing this. So I had a call with one of her referrals,
And one of them was another Southwestern coach. And at the end of the call, she's like, isn't there something else you want to ask me? And I was like, she had told me she had 20 minutes and we were at 22. So I was like trying to be conscious of that. But here's what you say. These are the words for anybody. I love working with people like you. I wish I had 10 more customers just like you. I was thinking you could help me with something real quick. Do you guys hear on that last sentence where I say, I was thinking you could help me with something real quick? It's not a question, it's a statement. And if you pause right there, they're like, oh yeah, what? What do you need help with? Because people want to help other people. So it's not a question, the tone doesn't go up, it stays down. I really like working with friends and friends of friends. Next slide. Who do you know who works out regularly? Now these are really important. If you go back to slide again. So I love working with friends. And a lot of people will just say, do you know anyone that would be interested in wild tree? Okay, that's not a good way to ask. And the reason for that is if I say to you, do you know anyone that is interested in wild trees? Your mind is going through your Rolodex of who knows how many friends you have on Facebook and people from church, and you can't think that big. So you automatically say, no, I don't know anybody. But if I say to you, do you know anybody who works out regularly? Your mind starts to like narrow down your Rolodex. Do you know a neighbor? Who do you see who's walking regularly? Do you know someone who works out regularly? Who at the soccer game comes in their yoga camp? So you're just trying to like jog their memory of people that they know so that they can narrow it down in their head and really start to give you information. So the other thing with this is you have to be patient. So if you say, who do you know who works out regularly in your neighborhood? Give them time to think. Because otherwise, who do you know who works out in your neighborhood? What about the soccer game? Like, their mind's like going so many places they can't pin it down. And I think that's really hard because it's sort of uncomfortable, especially the first 10 times you do this. It's hard to stop and pause and look for them. So these are some general questions. Who do you know who works out regularly or has food allergies? Okay, go to the next slide, Tegan. Okay, so you ask the question, who do you know who? If you're in person with them, you break eye contact. A lot of these I do over the phone. And you write down the name. I know Susie. Awesome. Who else? Who else do you know? Susie's your neighbor that walks around. Who else? Well, I don't know. I don't see anyone else walk around the street. Well, who else that? Like, I know you said your son plays soccer. Who else from soccer do you see that works out regularly? Okay, let them think. And they'll give you a name. You keep asking who else until they don't have any more names to give you. Okay? And then you say, thank you so much. The word's right here. This is how I do business, and it helps a lot. Who else might be a good fit? Who do you know who, and you can go back to that last slide, is a stay-at-home mom and is looking for extra income? And then on the next slide, anyone from your school, the soccer. So you want to give those memory joggers to help them narrow it down. Okay, can you go back one? Okay, so you want to do that, and you want to kind of go through your whole list. So some people are going to give you 0 referrals, okay? Very normal, so have that expectation in your mind, that's going to happen. They're just going to be like, I don't know anybody, and they're just going to shut you down. And that's all right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Whatever you are in the conversation, I appreciate you thinking about it. Some people are going to give you 20 people. Most of the time, you're going to get about 5. Okay, so just know it's kind of like that bell curve. Same thing here. And it does take practice. This was super uncomfortable for me when I first started doing it, and even still. I use my notes when I'm doing it, which is kind of funny because when I was on the call the other day, I had my notes in front of me and like here are my referrals that I got on that call. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Show everybody the training. Okay, so I was just jotting down. Okay, next slide. So then once you have the list, and I have no more to give you, so I've got this, list of 5 to 10 names, and you go to the top and you say, okay, awesome. What do you admire or respect about Susie? Or what do you love about your sister? That was a referral. And the reason you do this, go to the next slide, please. Is because you're going to give that person, when you call her, you're going to compliment her. And what that does is allows the person that you're calling that you don't know who's the referral, it allows them to be like, oh, my friend said this about me. She really respects me and she feels so good. So she's like, oh yeah, why are you calling? And she's going to listen more because she knows that her friend shared with you and her friend trusted you, so she's going to trust you. Okay? So you're going to have that list, you're going to have their name, what they admire, and then phone number, emails, and you tell your customer, I love it. I get to compliment everyone I call. If they want to talk, great. And if not, it's no big deal. And that's really important to say, guys, okay? I can offer them a chance to hear what I do. But what this does is it just takes the pressure off of that person, and they know that you're not going to be pushy. It's called creating a buying atmosphere, and it allows them to be okay with it. So, and then thank your customer for their time or whatever it was, if you had a one-on-one, whatever you did on that day. Amen. So then, what do you say to the referral? Right? I mean, isn't this the biggest thing? It's like, what do I say? So this is exactly what you say. Hi, this is Annie Alexander. And say it slow. Practice it before you call. Because if you say your name fast, think about phone messages you've got, and you can't tell what the person is even saying their name is. Say it slow. Susie has a ton of respect for you. She shared that you make the best brisket in town. Does that sound about right? Okay, so the friend's like, oh my gosh, Susie loves my brisket. She thinks I'm an awesome cook. Make it, that's what I would say. So I know Susie from soccer. Our kids play together. I work with a company called Wild Tree. Have you ever heard of us? Susie didn't know if we'd be a good fit, but you are the best cook around and that we should connect. When is a good time to chat? So this call is not a 20-minute call. This call is a 1-minute call. Now, sometimes it can turn to 20 minutes if the person is like, oh my gosh, let's chat now. You just never know who you're going to get on the phone, right? So then you set up, if it is time to chat, great, chat then. Otherwise, you set up a specific follow-up time. So it's not like, yeah, let's chat next week. No. Let's chat next week. Oh, good. Does Tuesday or Thursday work better for you? Oh, Thursday. Okay. Would morning or afternoon work better? Okay. 2 o'clock? Great. I'll call you. And I've been setting people up with a Google invite just so it's on their calendar and it's a reminder for them. Okay. So I'm offering times that I can talk, by the way. I know ahead of time before I'm making these calls, I time block when I can have these conversations. So when I am talking to them, I'm looking at my calendar saying, okay, I can talk Tuesday or Thursday, and getting that when I can talk. So make sure you're scheduling it around your schedule. Okay, next. Follow up. Are you guys using this yet? Okay. Awesome. Do you like it? Amy likes it? Awesome. This is a huge help. So you can go to this tiny URL. It's also on the training site, my training site, amyalexander.net. It's in there too. But I love it because you can sort by the next follow-up date, and it'll tell you when to call and who to call. So I can go in each day and say, oh yeah, here are my contacts today, so that you don't lose track, and you can keep notes on everybody, when you last followed up with them, what they said. I love it. All right. So this, you need to get this. That's it. So I was trying to keep it super short. So again, you can get the full training. It's in our Grow series that we just did, and then it's also in tools. So we are going to do Next, drive to Denver. Woo, Tegan, you're out, girlfriend. I can do it.
Super excited about Stir. All right, so who has your phones on you or your laptop if you brought it? Okay, so I've been super spoiled. So I grew up here, my business started here. Last year, Stir was here. I live in Castle Rock, Colorado, which is a suburb of Denver, and this year it's in Denver. So I'm like, well, you guys can just follow me around. So super exciting. We have Jen Klein, who's the Senior Executive Director, who lives in Aurora, Colorado. Lots of other directors in the company live in the Denver area, so it's going to be really fun. We have lots of great things coming and great things planned. So who plans on making the road trip? Easy, right? Drive, you guys can caravan out together, grab some buddies. So one of the huge perks of it being so close is that it is within driving distance. So that's something that from here through July, essentially, until conference, until Stir, be talking that up with your people. You don't have to jump on a flight unless you really want to, unless you want it to be a short, quick trip. You can also look at tickets. Frontier has like $29 tickets. I fly my mom out all the time. So be keeping your eye on things if you want to make a shorter trip or if you want to make a day of it and drive out, that works too. But what a cool recruiting tool, right? That we are within such a short distance to our national conference. This is a huge gathering piece for everybody. So what we're going to do today is we have our, I don't think the website's up there. It's wildtreeevents.com. So if you pull out your phone and you register for conference, they have payment plans. So from now through the end of June, you can be making payments on conference. So for everybody who registers today, we have a little surprise. I'll back there. And we're going to get to you. There's something in that box. I don't know what it is. But we're going to take a few minutes if you want to check out that website and you want to register. Each of you also got a postcard in your packet, and then I brought up a basket of them up here. Take a couple of these. So I think we have enough for you guys to take like 5 each. Take these on your way out the door today, and right on the back of them, they're postcards, so it's an invitation to Stir. So drop this in the mail to someone who is a future team member or a potential team member or someone who's in your funnel, maybe someone who's already on your team that you would love to see attend Stir with you this summer, and write a little note to them, drop a postcard stamp on it, get it in the mail. This is an awesome way to just be dripping on them to attend. It's also a really great outreach tool. Everyone loves getting snail mail. We're in such a fast-paced social media society that we rarely drop anything in the mail anymore, so this will be super fun. Okay, so let us know once you've registered. I'm actually going to get on my phone. I don't really know where that is at the moment.
Are you not registered?
I'm going to register it.
Oh, that's like Referrals. You usually the last one. The last organization. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. This event is amazing. Like, you don't want to miss it. The national convention is amazing. Especially this year, there's some stuff rolling out that's going to be coming. And it's one that it's going to be harder and harder and harder for us to come back and train. So we want you guys to be there. So you can help train your team. So I know cancer. I know I got you, girl. You're covered. I got something for you. Me too. We're
going to get a picture with everyone who either is already registered or who is registering right now.
Okay, the question was like, yeah, t-shirts, like, what do you guys get? Small things. I didn't get what I normally wear. Give us small. If you wear small, they're like unisex. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a little.
Yeah, but I just feel like, oh, crap. Because the end of, the 15th of July to the end of August, where I'm is like almost no.
If anybody stop or needs help.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone who's registering still on this side, right?
No, I'm getting stuff that. I didn't know they had that.
That's really good. Will you?
All right, we have one more big session that we're going to go through here in a second. Okay, everyone, are you guys still registering? Okay. If you're registered, you guys come up here. We're going to do a quick group picture. Sorry, you're good. Yeah. Oh, very good. Looks like anybody else that's registered or registering, hop up here real quick. We'll do a quick picture, and then Danielle's going to close us out for the day. I can write down here, scoot this way, we're opposite there. We're opposite there. You get on the background. Chris, are you coming?
Hey, Clark, why aren't you up here?
Move it to June and activate. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Now, hang tight. Everyone else come up for full group day. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. Well, how do we do it on a chair? Can we set it up for autumn? So you can have
How do you give your fence?
You're a big selfie.
Oh, yeah, you paid me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you're getting this side. We're doing this as a team, not as a chief or rep, so. Oh, yeah. This is fancy. This is awesome. Last year. Check my husband.
Why are we just taking a picture? Yeah, but see, in the pictures are.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got it. But it, yeah, it looks like it's really good. Hold on. It'll be just on your iPhone. One R and one AI. It's to connect my phone right next to you. Go, go.
Good? It's all right.
We are so resourceful. It's like a team. Yay!
One more.
Ready? Okay, so if you've signed up for sure.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
And then the email get closed out.
Start in with me now. Do you have anyone to see? Can you put on the okay, goal setting? Okay, so really this part right here should be like hours and hours and hours long, just noon. So those of you staying for lunch, we want to make sure you do that, and those of you who have to leave at 12, we want to do special other time. However, we couldn't just cut this part out because, as you can see, a goal without a plan is a quit sheet. So this applies to everything in life. This isn't just about business. This isn't just about Wild Tree. It is about whatever your goal is. So I don't know, has anyone ever heard of SMART goals? So it's a pretty common thing, but sometimes we need to be reminded, right? So what do you want to accomplish? Okay, and this is something I want you to really put more thought into after today in terms of your goals. I don't think it's goals are something you can just jot down in a matter of seconds. However, what's the first thing that comes to your mind as your no matter what goal with Wild Tree? No matter what, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, no matter what. No. Hold on, we'll get to that. She's excited. No matter what. So no matter what, I'm gonna put $500 in sales between now and then. Whatever your no matter what goal is. So what do you want to accomplish? Again, specific. If you say, by in April, I want to make some money. You know, how much money? And
to back that up, how many workshops do you want to book? How many phone calls do you want to make? If I just say, I'm going to go, and I'm guilty of this, you guys, I'm hot mess mom. I know a lot of you know me. So I'm like, I'm going to go to my office and work. Or scroll Facebook, and then talk on the phone, and then, right? So then at the end, I'm like, oh, I filled all this work time, this time that I have left to work, but what did I really accomplish? If I go in and say, I'm going to make 25 contacts today, and that could be a combination of things, right? Because as we know, some people like to text, some people like to whatever. And then at the end of the day, I said, oh, I only did 23. So where am I going to squeeze in those 2 contacts so I can go to bed tonight and feel like I hit that specific goal? And meaningful. Why is that goal important to you? Why is it important to me? You know, so that's going into your why, and that's a whole other discussion. But why is it important to me? What am I trying to get out of this? I want to redo my kitchen right now. I mean, so that's my goal. We want to redo our kitchen. So if I make those 25 contacts, it's going to be what in dollars towards that goal? Actionable. What steps will you take to achieve it? This is the most important part that we really want to focus on. We want to reward activity because there are certain times of the year, December, February, March, we're kind of in a lull time, not just wild trade, direct sales in general. There are just certain months of the year, and you'll see historical data as you grow your team and you're here for a few years. I can look back and it's like this. It just happens. So the important thing is, if you have a party cancel and people are coming back and they're really busy and it's the month of spring break, it's rewarding those action steps, because I can promise you 30, 60, 90 days out, you will see the fruit of that labor. You will reap what you sow. So we want to make sure we're rewarding activity. So if it's 10 calls a day, that's all you have time for, 10 texts or 10 touches or whatever that looks like, no matter what. Yesterday, 10 people told you no, so what? You do your 10 touches today. So it's making sure that it's not always how many sales you have in on the 31st of the month or how many recruits you have this month, but what did you do to get there? Realistic. Is it a realistic goal? If I say, I want to put $30,000 in sales this month, probably not going to happen, and I'm setting myself up for failure, right? But we have that attainable goal. So if I say, I want to hit $500 in sales, knowing my history, if my history is that I do 1,000, let's get it. That's like sometimes when I have a lot of stuff to do, I put stuff on the to-do list, like take a shower. Because then I'm like, oh, I get to check something off, right? But if I know that I consistently do $2,000 in sales, for me to say I want to do $500 in sales, I mean, come on. So a goal should be something that's stretching yourself outside of your comfort zone. So right now, that being said, what's your throw-out goal? What's the goal that makes you go? That makes me, I don't know about that. Is that hitting team leader? Is that going on trip? Is that recruiting that person that you know would be amazing in your business, but you're too scared to talk to them? What is that for you? So whatever makes your tummy turn a little bit, your throw-up goal, I want you to write that down. And by when do you want to achieve this? So it's all a time. So for us, obviously we kind of run like a cycle, monthly, yearly, whatever that is. So what do I want to accomplish by mid-month? What do I want to accomplish by the end of the month? What do I want to accomplish in the next 90 days? And then what do I want to accomplish by the end of the year? So it's really having a business plan. So again, you know I love quotes. So I was looking at quotes that I love about goal setting. I wanted to share this one with you. If I can find it. Going back to activity, what you get by achieving your goals is not as important by what you become working toward your goals. The great Zig Ziglar. So if you don't follow him, or Tony Robbins, so if you're one of those people who just either are surrounded by a lot of negativity in your life, or just feel like you need some words of encouragement, those are two people that I love to follow. So it's not about the end goal, it's about who you become working those actionable items every day. So we're going to be doing a lot more training on setting goals, especially if you've never had a business before. A lot of people come into this, they've never had their own business. They don't know what that looks like, or how to write their own business plan or their own mission for their business. But we did want to touch upon that. So it is 10 after 12, so I'm going to wrap it up. But do you guys have anything you want to add to that?
whatever. Of the dreams. And somebody, and it may have been you or Shannon, posted something that a dream. I'm trying to find it, but that was like really motivating.
We'll have to go back and see what that is. And I think that's great to share. If something you catch motivates you, share that on your social media outlets. Because again, it's about attraction. It's about building the attraction. People want to be around positive people. You guys don't watch the news. I watch the news every day because I like to be worldly. But we're surrounded by negativity. People love to be around people who are positive and aren't, you know what? I'm going to end with this story of my 5-year-old, 6-year-old. And my kids are very different. My older one is not like this. My 6-year-old walks in the door the other day, snaps the door. She had gone from school to Daisy's to soccer. I said, how was school? Awesome. I said, how was Daisy's? Awesome. I said, how was soccer? Awesome. And I was like, and I told my husband, I said, what if more people said that? How's your day? It's awesome. What do we say? I'm so busy. I'm so stressed out. I didn't get enough sleep last night. You know, I didn't, whatever. And so I have decided to, about my sweet landing pages, word and say that everything is awesome. So on that note, we're going to eat lunch. And during lunchtime, obviously, your leaders will be around for any questions. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, so upcoming events, we have the 10 Challenge Club, and all of this will be posted, you guys. Obviously, we're not going to leave here and be like, come on. You know, we'll have a lot of follow-up, I'm sure, for those of you driving, especially if you think of a lot of questions from today. You'll have a lot of stuff spinning around in your brain. I would recommend, wherever if you're going home, if you're driving, I've been using my voice recorder a lot on my phone. Jot down notes from things that you thought about today as you leave here. The Blitz Day, our next Blitz Day is April 3rd. So, did we talk about Blitz? We'll be doing a Blitz like we did last time. If you're new and you haven't been here since the last Blitz, watch for details to come. Panama is April 26th through May 1st. So your leaders, Annie and Tegan and Kelly, will be out of the country and out of pocket. But Jenny and I will be here. Stir in Denver, which will be super fun and super exciting. We just want to thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts for coming and investing this time. Again, we know spring break is crazy. We all have busy lives. So thank you all for coming. And we just feel very blessed to have you here. And we're excited to break bread with you. And are we ready for?
I think we'll like 5 minutes break.
Okay, 5-minute break. Use the restroom, wash your hands, wash your hands. Yeah. Oh, real quick. Who has a ticket? Okay, to earn a ticket, who wants to share one of their goals? Boom, a team leader by April 30th. Okay. Pam. Awesome. By when? Okay. I like it. If you're working with Annie. All right. Anyone else? Goal? What about throw up goal? Anyone brave enough to share their throw up goal? Caleb. Amen. That's amazing. By 2020, measurable, timing. Anyone else? Throw a goal? Kathy.
We want to have one more first pay off by the end of the month. And it's like $10,000.
Nice.
So,
did you hear that? Timely. She knows the amount. Now, what takes a little more time for the action. What? Awesome. Now, what? The thing that you can't come up with in like 5 minutes, but is a follow up to this with your leaders is those action steps. Because you can say time frame and I want to pay this off, but what do you have to do? What do you have to do in terms of sales? Where do you have to be at what level? Anyone else? Thank you all for coming. Directors, do you have anything you want to add? We're doing drawings.
Okay. Please take out my graphics. 894.
894, yeah.
894, last three. It's probably in the back pocket.
Anyone? 894? Everyone's still here.
888.
You are a winner on the Price is Right.
Okay. 888. Yep, 888. That's my number. Woo! 896. Whoa. Okay, 867. That's me. Yay! 875. Hi. 875. 870.
Danielle's gonna pick for you.
That would be me again. All right, grab two items.
883.
Look at one. Good job. Right here.
886.
I'm taking forever.
There has to be some. 879. Okay. Okay, who was the most recent rep to sign up? Like not even like, yeah, it's been just a month. I think. Okay, you two come up. Awesome, you guys. Okay, we'll take 5 minutes. Those that are staying, thank you so much for coming.
If you're not staying, please come say goodbye. We'd love to have you on your way out. Bye, everybody on Zoom.
Thank you. Okay.
Perfect. Sorry, was that okay? Okay. If anyone is interested in homemade vanilla, Michelle brought some Western Canvas.
It's $80 for this size or
15.
for a bigger size. There's different flavors, so.
I am eating them.
Oh, yeah. No hurry, no hurry.
So you need to have. So if you have your like I just check the shorts and so then we ended up we're gonna like use my check on my topic. Yeah. And like
I know you're going to be like, yeah. Have you tried? I tried to play that extra. But I made like a coconut mocha shake. Coconut mocha coffee. That's what I've been doing. Oh my gosh. That's why I have to like it's like a frappuccino.
Because like I have to, and then you can I have that it's like you know like down to be there taking me an hour to get home. Call me when you're on your way. If I only driving,
Could you try different times?
So and then I will call you on the out. Like I don't have to get 15 minutes, correct? Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And beyond what you said, bro, that's like you're in my mind, but you're thinking for us.
Yeah, you know, we finally got a following. So I can stand here and talk on the table and then brought how much we own on the phone. Right, so we and the time even like how much practice we're so in our house and then we have and about the first time for like 4 years. And then they got hospitals. Like, then it has to be your, what do you want?
See, I have, I'm not
Where are you going all the way back?
Like last summer, and I'm having it. So when you talk about goals today, I was like, you know what? I think my office is like tomorrow.
Goals are not about.
It's not that I have that. So I gotta get my office here. We were gonna do it like summer. So we actually talked about it, and we're gonna take the next 2 years at our doctor.
I need to. Yeah. For the love, I like integrating. Yeah. But I heard really good things. Then. And so she was talking about goals and my little daughter has to be either gymnastics or this is